this is Rainy Day Let's Play. I'm Sol in Bioshock Infinite, the 20th episode, and now we are finally going down to hopefully get to the Comstock house. Oh, I was wondering why everything was so tall. Got stuck in some weird crouch glitch hole in the elevator thing. Elizabeth, I absolutely love your jacket. Like, super long jacket, but man, your outfit is so fan-servicey. On one hand, it is, like, of the time with the whole corset thing, which corsetry is not something I know a lot about and don't, despite talking a lot about themes of feminism and stuff, don't have much understanding of the idea, except that I know that it's used as a symbol for feminist oppression, but it's also used as a symbol of expression in other ways, and especially in modern use. And so, I guess, I know in my research, I've done a very limited research of it, but one Freeman writes, the practice of corsetry reveals both women's oppression as well as women's agency. And so, there's an extent to where the controversial practice allowed women a degree of control and power over their sexuality during a time when there was so much sexual repression. And still, while being trapped and living within a life that is heavily dictated by men of the time period, especially the Victorian age, which is kind of what they're taking from, but that was kind of a European thing. I'm not sure how we get from that to this very American front. Either way, I don't have much place to kind of judge its historical accuracy or anything else. But it's kind of disappointing when... oh, this is... sorry, Ken Levine also has a quote about it, where he says that it was disappointing when Elizabeth's appearance became a focus for conversation, because that was never his intent, and it's sort of a disincentive. He says, "I'd much rather talk about what she's going through as a person, but whatever, they have the right to shout out whatever they want." Which is a hella reductionist way of saying that it's the critic's fault for seeing her as a sexual object when she's obviously sexualized for a, with the character change, with the costume change, to be this, like, poster child for the game, especially with all the marketing stuff. And nothing you ain't used to in the 21st century of advertising everywhere. But yeah, I'm really bummed that Ken Levine kind of, like, took the critique that, hey, you took this character and made her super sexualized, and was like, no, I didn't. That was, you made her sexualized for seeing her that way. Kinda, it puts the onus on critics instead of actually taking responsibility for your own designing. That's really a shame. Damn, Booker's, like, clone thing looks awesome.
There you go.
I would attack it too if I saw it. I was like, dang, you good looking, and I'd, like, harass them for days about fashion tips and stuff. Oh, bodies in the back of a broken ambulance. That's putting your horse before your cart before the horse. Sorry, that's just a bad pun. I apologize. No more old-timey puns. Also, I have no idea how these, like, area of effect hazards are supposed to work, because I just cannot get them to work. Maybe they don't work against the stupid handymen or something, but between these, like, puddles of water and the, what are they, the Tesla coils? Man, I don't know how to use them, and I could honestly care less, because there's... The alternatives are just so much easier to use. It's kind of along the lines of, using your super special magic powers to, like, create traps. It's like, you could create traps, or you could just throw a fireball, because that's what's been working the entire time anyway. Nothing really, like, forcing you to set up traps in any way. Although, if this were a stealth game, these traps would be very helpful. Speaking of vigors, we just got a new one in the last episode, which I thought was super cool. It's completely useless almost half of the time, because it takes so much pre-planning and setup and stuff. But it is a totally wicked, like, magneto-metallurgy thing, and it's supposed to be like, hey, now you can use, it's just the exact same power that you get in Bioshock, but it just looks cool. I love it. The Return to Sender power. Still a dumb name, but I'll get over it. I shouldn't be so blanketed with these kinds of statements, because it's just, you know. Anyway, I guess one of the other things I can talk about, because this is a really short episode while we're being super lost and all over the place, is that to criticize some other parts of the game, when we, I talk about this all the time, but when we write character tropes, we lose control of the meanings of those characters, and by extension, we lose control of how readers will come to understand these characters. Their identities as characters are put into smaller boxes that the writer has little control over, which is tough. And on the other hand, other easy way out writing options can be destructive as well, as Clithero Michaels in an article writes, "The practice of writing male characters and swapping them out for female genders to artificially make strong female characters is not only a cheap substitute for learning to respectfully write women characters, it also deprives the author of any opportunity to write about experiences that are unique to women." So, these are like the easy way out things. Anyway, that link to that article is in the description, by the way, and it is very awesome and well put together article.
Hold and release to build up a more devastating tornado blow.
Was he giving him the middle finger during that? That's what it looked like, which was kind of awesome. Anyway, we got our last vigor that we are probably going to use once and never use it again. That's kind of been the trend with the last two that we've gotten. There we go. That should be right here, I think.
Done.
So, basically, I've said something similar to this in almost every shooter game that I've Let's Played. Something about tropes in writing characters and how they create these tensions that... Look back at opening day. I feel like I've been through this one. Oh well. Memories. The dream of the prophet is finally aloft. Oh yeah. Yeah, we've been through this one. This is a long time ago. Flashback. Columbia begins her journey to spread America's vision to the world. And I do like the shot of the blimps going over Columbia. So I think this is actually like... We went back to the area that we've been before, and now it's like, oh, right. We still can't go through here. Or maybe now they won't let us through again.
To Comstock House, Booker. Let's head back outside.
Oh fine, this isn't the Comstock House. Ugh, this place is just so loserly. I'm just absolutely lost. Anyway, we'll find our way around. Oh, you know what? I have a, like, hint button, don't I? Oh, wait, nope, there we go.
Locked.
That's gotta be it.
Back there at the shop, what you asked me to do.
Let's not discuss it.
No, what did that thing do to you?
If he were to take me back, that's death, Mr. DeWitt. Or something so like it, I cannot tell the difference.
She's busy at work, but it's kind of weird when she doesn't look at you when she talks. So, between the other games that I've Let's Played, Just Cause 2 was easily the worst offender, but it was also the worst game that I've ever had the displeasure of Let's Playing. So, Just Cause 2, in case you didn't see it, and I don't blame you for not seeing it, it uses racial and gender-based identities to write characters for them. Great, another cipher to find.
That little old log.
Although the last cipher we found didn't really
All done.
tell us much. It was kind of like, is it really worth it to go do all this stupid side quest stuff? Got cyclone fists. I'm gonna punch people, I guess. Which I think is like the water power all over again. But with that cyclone power you get in Bioshock. Copy paste. So in Just Cause 2 you've got the Chinese guy that attacks you with explosives, and the only woman used in the plot of the game becomes the love interest of the main character immediately after him rescuing her. So not these are the like most basic of identity tropes used in a kind of a lazy way. Levine's Shock series consistently uses the trope of women being crazy or going crazy for whatever reason. So System Shock's Shodan is very problematic, as I discussed during my Let's Play of that game. It's toned down a lot more with Bioshock's characters, which the worst offenders being the female splicers and little sisters, and some of the others that are affected by Rapture falling into dystopia. Which, to be fair, is very well foiled by the men's insanities as well. So that's not... That's much better handled and more particularly handled than and nuanced than the other games. And then we have Infinite. So in Infinite, the entire game does not even give a woman power without soon either killing them, chaining them to some man's will by some kind of plot device, or controlling their power through a plot device in whatever way that happens, or making the woman go crazy and kill everyone like Daisy Fitzroy does. So, like I've said in every Let's Play I've done at some point, when you use these kinds of tropes based on identity of some sort, where it makes the player fill in the blanks themselves. Oh, nice. Just did a bit the May kind of thing. Cool, guys. Anyway, this makes it easy. Basically, our goal as a player is to just kill everything that is around. Unlike the beginning of the game, where we couldn't kill everyone that's around because some of them were not aggressive to us. And it's kind of lazy, but that's okay. Basically what I'm talking about, I mean, there's also this kind of exploration you could do between what is a trope, what is a cliche, although I think that's kind of semantics, because there's a lot of tropes that are used that are very helpful for writing. Oh, they give us a little weapon up here. That's nice of them. Might as well use it while I have it. But, yeah, these tropes do a lot of damage to the characters that, where Bioshock is supposed to be, like, trying to create very strong characters and dynamic characters with their writing. That's kind of been a major point to the game. To see them kind of thrown out like this is a little tough.
You want to take a look at this?
Whoa, 3 picks. This better be hecka worth it.
Done.
Oh, we get a present. Hopefully this will be like... Oh, wow. Our shirt. Wearing a shirt that allows you to increase all ammo holds by 50%. I think that's worth it, as long as we can get ammo. I think this means now we could actually hold, like, what, 10? 12 or something in our 6-shooter? Good shirt. Well, that's a nice propaganda image. Probably the best one that we've had so far, with the paint over it, I would hope and assume. Maybe not. Anyway, we've got more shoot, bang, killing to do against these kind of now genericized bad guys. And we have finally made it out to the market district, where we now have buildings going sideways, which is kind of cool. I want to find a way to get in there. We got a red rift. Yep, just gonna jump it. Oh, we get Cyndi Lauper. That's awesome. So that's funny. That's Girls That Just Want to Have Fun, which was also playing in one of the early scenes, which I did not mention because it was
My dear brother,
a remade
these
version of it.
holes in the thin air continue to pay dividends. I know not which musician you borrow your notes from, but if he has half the genius of the biologist I now observe, well, then you ought to be the Mozart of Columbia.
He just copied modern songs.
I keep thinking about that dream that you had. New York on fire. There's something about it.
What do you know about New York on fire? Oh, remember that this place used to be racist before it was just violent chaos and anarchy? Anarchy in the destructive way, not the realistic way. Alright, we get racism as labor practices. I feel like this is something we should have seen, like, what, 3 hours ago? But that's okay. Still a good... got the message across, even if it was late in the game. I must have missed it coming through here the last time. I feel like that's the whole point of this area. Oh, getting keyboard lag issues. Alright, wow, we got like these
Beyond that gate lies Comstock.
police shields slash... what's it?
Lady Comstock, how lovely to see you. Wonderful of you to make the journey, especially considering your painful death 19 years ago.
Lady Comstock.
The dress. The thing has mistaken me for my mother.
Robots are stupid.
Your fingerprints do not seem to be your own today, Lady Comstock. Are you unwell?
This isn't going to work.
I think it can.
Your mother's dead, Elizabeth.
Yes. I think it's time I paid my respects. Let's head to where she's buried.
Well, that is the plan. Let's go find Lady Comstock and chop off her hand. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.